space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Target analysis on. Target analysis on. Target analysis on.
Estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engine! It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux V. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
Captain's log.
We're not in orbit, Captain.
We have arrived at Pollux V.
Entering standard orbit.
Pollux V has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing unusual.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome, Enterprise.
The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
The High Prelate is waiting for you to beam down, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence, and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes. I don't know if the problem is real, the result of a new illness, or mass hysteria. But at the very least, there's an injured miner who needs my help.
Doctor, you need to investigate the possibility of disease, mental or physical, among these people before we go chasing up the mountains. Prelate and Given, may we see those who have encountered the demons.
They are already gathered in the chapel, and will cooperate in any way with you, first door on my right.
You get no response. You get no response. You get no response. You get no response. Various bushes and shrubs grow along the edge of the forest. High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next. On the other side of the trees is Idle Mountain, a tall, forbidding place. You have a vague feeling of danger. A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies. A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies. You get no response. You get no response. He is too busy consoling the wounded man. You get no response. This man is in no condition to talk.
A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you. A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars.
You'll understand if I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars. A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars. A chapel typical of the He is too busy consoling the wounded man. You get no response. You get no response.
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
This man is in no condition to talk. He is too busy consoling the wounded man. He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
You fail to obtain anything.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
My Uncle John lived with the Acolytes a long time ago. He died in their service helping plague victims on New Ontario 6 20 years ago.
The Acolytes did a lot of good work for the needy in this quadrant.
It will be good to help them for a change. Just thinking to myself, don't mind me.
Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing a medical kit, Jim. Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
This man is getting worse. We've got to find those berries before he dies. This man is getting worse. We've got to find those berries before he dies.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Most High Prelate Ann Given, I am honored to meet you. Been seeing ghosts and boogie. I'm Captain James T. Most High Prelate Ann Given, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible...
Captain Kirk, I had no idea we were blessed with one of our order in the ranks of Starfleet. We believe we have located the very gates of hell below Idle Mountain.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons? Gates of hell? This is the 20th. Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship capable of destroying this planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. What can you tell me about the mine itself?
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candray to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candray was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
You look rather cold, Bones.
I'm not cold. I'm freezing. And that damn transporter just had to set me down in the middle of a snowdrift.
A centimeter of snow does not technically constitute a drift, Doctor.
And doctors say that patients complain too much.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria, I agree that a real problem seems to exist.
This planet's as beautiful as everyone says it is.
The trees, the fresh air, the freezing cold.
Come on, Bones, the cold will improve your circulation.
Some people get too much circulation.
On the other side of the trees is Idle Mountain. A tall remnants of a recent snowfall cover the ground.
Nothing to report, Captain.
You get no response. You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days. The mountain may be quite dangerous.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West?
That is not logical, Doctor.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded falcon. Why does everything have to be so damn logical? Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea, Kirkout.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
These are very beautiful Doctus cattails. They look like Klingons. The path is surrounded by some beautiful shrubbery. They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons. The path is surrounded by some beautiful Your Vulcan science officer seems to be lost in thought, but remains alert. It's the Klingon's detached hand. You take the Klingon's detached hand. You fail to obtain anything. 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 Nothing happens.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. These seem to be Loraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more.
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
We don't need any more berries, Jim.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. Italian tulips are a perennial flower that survive in almost any climate. Doctus cattails are similar to their Terran namesake, except that they are known to cause hives if in contact with flesh for any amount of time.
Jim, these need to be processed first.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly. Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly.
Nothing happens.
Jim, these need to be processed first.
Nothing happens.
The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
You tinker with it, but do nothing significant. The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
You fail to obtain anything.
Thank you. You're most kind.
I am Brother Stephen, an Ignatiate following the holy teachings with mind and soul alike. I believe the anomalous mineral readings in combination with evidence of ancient disturbances in this otherwise highly stable geologic location indicates previous habitation of the region eons ago.
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. And let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself, but I'm eager for knowledge. In return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No. I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri.
Can you tell us what they look
like? The demons that have plagued devout...
The demons didn't follow...
No.
I am Brother Grisnash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Grisnash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
Brother Kandre is my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him. He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself.
I am Brother Stephen, and...
Why, Spock,
I would be equally honored to...
You tread close to...
I appreciate... I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner. A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand. An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running. Assorted pieces of glass rest on this table, from ancient beakers to double burners. Save new game. Replace previous. Save new game. Save new game. Replace previous. Delete cancel. Save new. Replace previous.
Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of. Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it.
Assume firing positions.
There is no apparent effect.
Captain, this course of action is ineffectual.
One of the acolytes who was trapped by the rockfall.
I think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to deal with this.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well. It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven. Oh, thank you, kind...
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating, Captain.
Nothing happens.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Jim, stop trying to shoot everything. You're making me nervous.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Oh, thank you, kind soul.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Jim, the next time you need medical help on a snowball,
Bones.
I'll probably end up coming along.
No sign of demons, Klingons, or other hostiles, Captain. I promise, I'll let you know the instant something appears.
Don't be too anxious, Ensign. We may want to talk with them.
You get no response. A large metallic door is set in the structure. This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise. A cavern deep in Mount Idle. A cavern deep in Mount Idle. A pulsing red light is set in the structure above the door.
That's a phaser, not a flashlight, Jim.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Save new game. Replace previous game. You fail to obtain anything.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bellhop. This man's too hurt to be moved.
You fail to obtain anything. You get no response. You get no response. You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain any. You fail to obtain anything. The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out. Nothing happens.
Don't you remember the Prime Directive, Captain?
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise. A cavern deep in Mount Idle. A large metallic door is set in a cavern deep in Mount. You fail to obtain. You get no response.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible. Fascinating, Captain. There's nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to
piece of equipment, highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
Nothing happens.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
The hand circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens. Save new game. Replace previous game. Many alien machines fill the room. Many alien machines fill the room.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
You get no response.
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere of the moon is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux V. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. It is an alien life support system, Captain. It is an alien life support...
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. You get no response.
home. Thank you for repairing our somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets.
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Fascinating. This life form may represent what would have happened had the dinosaurs of your Earth not become extinct.
Have you found the key?
You get no response.
Perhaps we should try to communicate with the alien.
Have you found the key?
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to act. This seems to be a cryogenic suspension chamber, Captain. It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal.
Perhaps we should try to communicate with the alien.
Have you found the key?
The alien is humanoid with green reptilian skin. It appears unarmed. The alien is humanoid with... This appears to control some unusual security equipment.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device. Fascinating. This life...
Perhaps we should try to communicate.
Have you found the key?
What is that?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without...
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that...
The demons didn't...
No.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells. The glass case is locked.
I never dreamed.
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would This study represents a man with a keen...
This place looks real comfortable. Place to combine work, contemplation. Man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things, and for the use of beautiful things. I think we could get along fine.
You get no response.
A vintage 8012-86 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece. A vintage 80...
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from that old-fashioned computer terminal.
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models the proper situation for a total eclipse.
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from that old-fashioned computer terminal.
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth.
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile... Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens, meteorite, fossil shell, skull of a twist of metal, or would you rather move on to something? Mineral specimens, true curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral specimen, meteorite? I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux V eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimen, meteorite, fossil shell, one of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet? Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into meteorite, skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Salatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into minerals? Meteor skull of a twist of metal. This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into meteor twist, or would you rather move on to something? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The old man carefully returns the items to his cabinet.
Bless you for returning my things. You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this?
Here and there. Much of it was brought to me by others exploring widely.
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask. Yes, tell us about these.
I enjoy talking about... Shall I go into mineral specimen? Or would you rather move on? Very well. I can't imagine why.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance? Perhaps we should try to communicate with the alien.
Have you found the key? A child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred, according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions. I think I should return it to where I got it from. No, I want to keep it as a memento from... Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm...
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your Federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux V and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears.